with that, I will bring Dusti up to stage. She is a breathwork facilitator and a conscious business mentor. So she helps high performers like all of you kind of reset, refocus, get that clarity. You got to take care of yourself so you can take care of everybody else, right? Okay, so let's hear it for Dusti.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you the floor.
Okay, appreciate it. Wow, it's pretty powerful to be in a room full of amazing women. Thank you, Carrie, for inviting us to be a part of this beautiful, powerful weekend. I'm realizing that some of you have no idea what we were up to. Surprise! I'm also here with a dear friend and co-facilitator, Karen Zamora. So she's going to be blessing us up with some sound healing and some support as we move into the breathwork practice. So out of curiosity, how many of you have had some sort of breathwork experience? Oh, amazing. Beautiful. For those of you who haven't, I'm really excited to introduce this practice to you. For me, it's one of my most powerful practices to just really bring my energy back in and have that level of clarity that I like to move from. So the invitation today as we go into this experience of breath work is to experience your breath as a powerful healing tool. The breath has a way of going in and harmonizing all aspects of our being. And when this happens, we get to open up to a new level of clarity and really get to have a deep felt sense of being in alignment in life. So some of the ways that the breath work does this, on a physical level, I feel like I want to stand here. On a physical level, the breath goes in and regulates the nervous system. It has a way of decreasing stress hormones and obviously is oxygenating the body in a way that just brings more aliveness to our system, more energy flow. On a mental level, in our mental body, the breath has a way of going in and softening or reorganizing rigid thought patterns. And so this allows us to fall into a deeper place of just being hyper-focused and again, having a different level of clarity. In the emotional body, which is my most favorite part, it has a way of going in and amplifying whatever emotions need to be felt. And this is really a key, I would say, for most of us. I think in our culture, we have forgotten how to feel. And it's learning that when we go in and we trust our body knows how to feel and knows how to process emotion. And when that happens, we get to land in a different level of emotional stability, and we get to experience a deep sense of internal peace. Okay? So when our physical body, our mental body, and our emotional body are all in this kind of harmonization, they're communicating in a way that opens us up to our spiritual body. And today we're going to be in relationship with our spiritual body as our connection to soul. And when I say soul, I define this as the unique flavor of love that is you. It is this flavor of love that has come to be expressed through you and radiated out into the world in all the ways that you feel called. And from there, our connection to the divine and whatever that means for you. So when we're in this harmonization and we're in this connection to soul and we're in this connection to the divine, we trust the unknown because we know that the unknown is actually infinite potential. And we also trust the present moment because in the present moment, we're connected to intuition and we're connected to that different level of clarity. So this is my hope for you today as we go into this breathwork practice, that this is something that we get to experience and remember. Okay. Before we get into the technique that we're going to be utilizing today, I'd like to start us off with a visualization. This is only going to be 3 to 5 minutes, and we're just going to start to anchor the energy into the room a little bit more. So if you want to lay down, lay down. If you want to stay sitting, you can do that too. Whatever is the most comfortable. So as we're moving into the breath work and we're moving into this visualization, there's going to be participation required because you're going to have to breathe. But I want us to move more into a place where there's nothing for us to do. That we're going in and down into the body and we're entering into a place that we get to just be in a space of receptivity. So this is going to be more about doing, less about doing, more about being, and more about receiving. So that's where we're headed today for the next 20 to 25 minutes. So let's go ahead, eyes closed. And we're going to begin to start to consciously connect with the breath, just in and out of the nose. And so just introducing yourself to your breath, feeling your body. And we're going to utilize your breath and your awareness to begin to invite the mind to soften down into the body. And so in this action, we're leaving that field of thinking, we're leaving that field of doing, and we're dropping down into the aliveness of the body. This field of deep receptivity, deep listening, and deep knowing. So just continuing to invite the mind to soften down into the body with your breath and your awareness. Now we're going to draw that breath and awareness down into the heart space. We're going to use the breath and your awareness to take inventory here, noticing if there's any restrictions or constraints around the heart. And we're going to allow your breath and your awareness to naturally begin to soften and relax the heart just a little bit more. So heart is softening and relaxing. And in this, it also begins to expand out. So see if you can really sense that heart field expanding out of the back body, expanding out of the front body and out towards the side ribs. Heart softening, relaxing, and expanding. So this is where we're going to bring a little bit more intention around that word clarity. Is there something right now in your life that you would like more clarity around? There's something for you here. We're just going to place it in the heart. comfortable, we can place one hand or two hands on that heart. And if your hands have landed here, we're going to just take a moment to allow yourself to receive your own touch here. Just sealing this intention in the heart. And also noticing as you're receiving your own touch, if your hand is there, is your touch communicating anything to you in this moment? Sometimes if we just slow everything down and go into the body and listen with intention, there's so much there. So whenever you feel ready, we'll slowly and gently bring ourselves back into the room here. Beautiful. We're already dropped in. It's amazing. So I'll share a little bit now about the technique of the breath work that we're going to do today. There's all sorts of different kinds of breath work. And the breath work that we're going to do today is called in-breath, and it's centered around the heart. It is... Some might say it's a gentle practice. I have found that it's actually incredibly powerful in that, people would say it's gentle because we're going slow and intentional and mindful, where other breathwork practices might have us like really pushing the breath and breathing at a more rapid pace. They're all good, and there's a time for all of them. But this one in particular, when I was learning it from one of my teachers, I had resistance around it because prior to that, I was doing more breath work that was like really pushing my system. And I have found now that going slow and gentle and going in this way actually has been the most beneficial for my system, because in life, I go. So it really became a nice balance. I was more comfortable with the other one, I realized, but this one really asked me to just bring more awareness and intention and listen more deeply and trust the process of it. So that's the invitation today as we go into this breath work, is just trust the process. Know that it can bring stuff up in the emotional body. It can bring stuff up in the physical body. If there's aches and pains, like it can actually start to kind of amplify those sensations. So the task is stay in devotion to the breath and trust your body. Minute 1 through 10, the mind comes in, it weaves its way in, and it starts to tell us all of the reasons why it might be a good idea to stop breathing. The discomfort, the weird sensation in our body, our mind is like going crazy with thoughts. And we just want to honor the mind in that moment and thank it and just let it know we're going to keep breathing. We're just going to trust this process and see what happens. After that 10-minute mark, it's almost like something shifts. Like you're not breathing, all of a sudden it's like something starts breathing you. And to me, that's the innate wisdom that is you. That is a wisdom that knows exactly what needs to happen to rewire, restore, integrate in anything that might be happening in your energetic field so that you could be more available for the present moment, more available to be in that connection with that higher self, that higher knowledge, and that other level of clarity. So the technique of the heart breath is going to be done all with the mouth. It's one breath into the heart and one breath out. Really simple, really easy. When we bring the inhale in, we're going to be bringing it in very mindful, very slowly. When we reach the top of the breath, we're not going to pause. We're just going to drop right down into the exhale. The same thing when we get to the bottom of the exhale, we're not going to pause. We're going to go right back into that inhale. So we're almost creating a circle with our breath, okay? So it looks something like this. I don't know if you all will be able to see me here. Pretty easy, right? When we first start bringing the breath into the heart, it might feel hard. You might actually start to notice how much restriction is there. So just keep breathing. Just trust that something's happening wherever you're at. Okay? Are there any questions at all? Okay, beautiful. So we're going to be laying down. If you have something, I don't know if anyone does, but if you have something to put under the knees, you can. That sometimes helps support the lower back a little bit, but we'll do with what we have here. So full permission to also get weird. If there's sounds that want to come out, just let the sounds out. Sometimes there's all sorts of stuff that just wants to start happening. And this is where we have to tell the mind, like, it's okay. We're just going to let whatever happen. And the other thing is that we don't have to understand why. We don't have to understand why there's a weird sound coming out. We don't have to understand why all of a sudden our right leg is shaking. We don't have to understand any of it unless there's a direct message of what's happening, which can happen. So let's just let the mind know, like, we're going to get weird, and it's going to be okay. So however this unfolds for you today is the way. Every time we go into the breathwork practice, it will be different. Because every time you approach the breathwork practice, you are different. So whatever happens today is what is supposed to happen. So just remember, done all with the mouth. Deep, slow, long inhale into the heart. Slow, deep exhale out. Breathing in, we can visualize that soul light entering into the body, another level of clarity. And as you exhale, just anchoring that soul light into the body. So again, done all with the mouth. Bringing that breath slowly and mindfully into the heart. breath expanding. Exhale breath grounding down. Giving yourself the gift of this experience. Allowing your breath to be a powerful healing tool. And just noticing what comes up. What comes up physically, what comes up emotionally, what's happening in your thoughts. To the breath and trusting your body. Inhale, breath, drawing that soul light in, that clarity, and the exhale, anchoring this in. So this is the part where the mind might be popping in, maybe letting you know why it's probably a good idea to maybe stop breathing. We're just going to let the mind know that we're going to stay devoted to the breath. Inhale, allowing your system to expand. And the exhale, grounding it down. If your body wants to move, let your body move. If there's any discomfort showing up in the body, see if you can breathe into that discomfort and just ask, why is it here? your breath to be the bridge, bringing that soul light down, bringing another level of clarity. Trusting your breath and trusting your body. Inhale, bringing that soul light in, bringing that clarity in. And exhale, anchoring that down into the body. The inhale, allowing your system to expand. Exhale, allowing everything to ground. Trusting your breath and trusting your body. Inhale, allowing that soul light to come in, that clarity. And exhale, allowing it to anchor in. And as you're breathing into that heart, staying connected to the intention that you might have planted there. Breathing in, allowing that harmonization to happen. Breathing out, letting that alignment settle. Breathing in, allowing the release to happen. Breathing out, letting the clarity settle. Continuing to trust your breath and continuing to trust your body. Long, slow, deep, mindful breath into the heart. And slow, mindful breath out. If you're feeling discomfort in the body, let your body move, but see if you can stay connected to the breath. Just notice what's showing up here. So we're going to breathe through one more song. I'm going to ask you to really participate with this last song here. Maybe that is inviting 10% more breath into the heart, giving it a little bit more effort. Maybe that is allowing an audible sigh to come out as you're exhaling. utilizing this time to actually allow your system to do what it knows how to do through the breath, which is create harmonization, create more clarity. Whatever you have left, now is the time. Do a little experiment here as we're breathing, and I'm going to invite everyone to let out audible sighs as they're exhaling. Just audible sighs as you let that exhale drop down. Sticking with that deep, strong, slow inhale, and then letting the exhale have a sound to it. Have a couple more minutes here. It's the last opportunity to get weird. Letting that sound come out through the exhale. Letting the body move in whatever way it wants to move. Trusting the breath and trusting your body. So we're going to start to transition the breath now in the nose, out the mouth. And as you're doing this, let your body move in whatever way feels good. Just slowly and gently here.
Yes, I'm grateful, full to the brim.
Allowing the system to integrate what just happened. In the nose, out the mouth.
More than I've ever been. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. woke up again. Woke up and took a breath again, Yahweh. Looked up and saw the sun again. I'm grateful for the eyes I have. Amen. I'm moving
Just
on my
taking a
toes
moment
again.
of just notice
I'm
what's
grateful for
happening
wind
in the
against my
body
face.
now.
I'm grateful for the sensation of a loved one's embrace. I'm grateful for the lemon juice upon my lips. I'm grateful I can smile when I'm tasting it. I'm grateful, full to the brim. I am. Yes, I'm grateful, more than I've ever been.
So we're gonna eventually land now with the breath just back in and out of the nose.
Full to the brim. Yes, I'm
We're gonna start to slowly come back, but we are gonna stay in this inner space. So if sitting up feels more comfortable, you're welcome to do that, or you can stay lying down. We're just gonna spend a couple minutes here utilizing the breath to go back into that heart space like we did at the beginning. So allowing your breath to take you back into that heart space. And if you did plant something here, wanting some clarity around, just taking a moment here to listen. What does it feel like to be in your body now, just taking 25 minutes to consciously breathe, to consciously connect? What was there for you? And what is there for you now? Just noticing, just feeling, just being. When we are in a rhythm of doing so much and we're asked to receive, it can be a little challenging. But when we give ourselves the gift of receiving, and in this case, just receiving our own breath, then we get to pour out, we get to give from a different space. The receiving and the giving start to feel the same instead of being depleted by giving. So whenever you're ready, you can fully come back into the room. Whatever way feels good for your system here. How was that for everyone? Yeah, beautiful. So I hope that today you got to experience your breath as that healing tool, and that this is a practice that you can take home with you, and it's something that you always have with you. Yeah, so thank you for allowing us to surprise you, to be a part of your weekend, and yeah, just lots of blessings and clarity throughout the whole week or weekend together. Thank you.
Gonna hop up here. Hi, how was that? I'm usually very high energy, but I'm gonna keep it a little contained for you right now as we wake up. So we actually have a fun little surprise. First of all, I wanna thank Dusty and Karen one more time for that. That was amazing.